everyone! Welcome to the channel dedicated to sharing the profound insights and wisdom of Andromedan contactee Alex Collier. If you're new here, you're in for a journey that expands your mind and consciousness, bringing you closer to understanding the messages from the fifth density Andromedan extraterrestrials. For those returning, we're grateful for your continued support. Before we dive into today's enlightening content, we have a small favor to ask. If you find value in the knowledge shared in this video, please consider hitting that like button, subscribing to our channel, and clicking the bell icon so you never miss an update. Your engagement helps us amplify Alex Collier's message, allowing us to reach a larger audience with these vital messages. We'd also love to hear from you, so please engage with the comments below. Whether it's a question, your thoughts, or even just an emoji for the sake of engagement, every comment counts. We read every single comment, and your feedback is incredibly valuable to us. Additionally, if you'd like to support us further, consider giving a super thanks tip by clicking the heart with the $sign. This small gesture allows us to continue bringing you more of Alex's messages, unfiltered and directly from his lifelong experiences with the Andromedans. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video.
Sending love to you. What is the greatest obstacle we have to overcome here?
Self-judgment, self-love.
Next
That's
question.
what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. I mean, being able to love ourselves without the judgment. We've been trained to think that, mistakes are bad, that they're a sin, and therefore we're judged by God or a creator or source. And then what happens is we end up being very tough on ourselves. And then we have the media and the religions and the schools and other teachings that say, you're a sinful creature, you're a mistake of nature, just all these negative messages that we've all taken to heart lifetime after lifetime. And it was all bullshit. It was all a plan to control and manipulate us and our ability to create reality. And the purpose for that was to keep us contained, in a little box called the planet, so that we would generate energy, both positive and negative, whenever they needed it, so that they could feed off of us. Like I said earlier, the body with the soul in it is a battery. They were playing us as batteries and using us as batteries.
Last week you mentioned that it was not the Titanic that went down, but the Olympic. Why did they sink the Olympic, and what happened to the Titanic?
I don't have the definitive reason for that. I have a feeling that the reason White has brought that up and brought it to our attention is that that's a piece of information we're going to be getting very, very soon. Now, you need to remember this. All of those things were connected to the creation of the Federal Reserve banking system, the central banking system. So that's one of the reasons why they're bringing it to our attention, because there is going to be information coming forward about the creation of the Federal Reserve System, the betrayal of the American citizen, the betrayal of America, and the treason that was committed by people in doing this. They have a reason for doing everything. This will justify changing the currency system and all the other changes they want to do. Everybody will be on board when they find out what this was really all about, why it happened, what they did in order to get their way, and how it's enslaved everyone. So I think what they want is they want as smooth a transition as possible back to an asset-backed currency system, because it means a lot of changes with how we live our life. We're not going to be able to get everything we've always wanted at this point. It doesn't mean that it's not achievable. It's just that we're going to have to go about it in very different ways. That's really a conversation for another webinar. And I do appreciate you bringing that up. What does it look like on the other side of this? I focus primarily on the political, the local government management of our communities. I have been focusing on that. I haven't been focusing on the other. But there are many people who are doing that already that are speakers out there. Next question, please.
Yeah, I just want to add to that. I believe that it was possible when they sent little drones down to look at the actual Titanic, not not manned but unmanned, that they saw that there was a nameplate that was welded on top, and you can make out the letters of the Olympic behind it.
Yep.
That's what they say, and that the ship that went down, it had a crash or it was already broken. So they just sent it out because they like the toothless, they like the toother ones. Do you think this new whistleblower law protecting people that have worked on ET reverse engineering programs is part of the GFW disclosure plan?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, it's a shame that we have to do it this way. But what they're doing is that they're working within the constructs of human thinking. In other words, in order to protect these whistleblowers in the human community, this is how it has to be done, this process, because the system is so corrupt, it's so restrictive, and there are so many technologies that they simply don't want us to know about because they have been using them for years and years and years. And many of these technologies, such as the healing technologies that are available, they could have saved hundreds of millions of lives. And they chose to ignore the hundreds of thousands or hundreds of millions of lives because of their own goddamn selfishness. So by doing it this way, the information comes out. They do it within the legal limits of the Earth system, and it ensures that the information gets to everyone. And some of this technology that's been suppressed is thousands of years old. This didn't fall out of a starship. Some of it was uncovered here from future, more advanced civilizations that have been on the planet. They absolutely don't want us to know the history. Because then the first question is, well, why are we living this way then? Why did you bury it? Why did you suppress it? Why did you knock us back to the Stone Age? And they did. They did all these things. So I'm sure if the ETs had their way, this would have been over in a heartbeat. But they've chosen it to do it this way because at the end results, they're hoping humanity will not only voluntarily wake up and see what's been going on, but we will be empowered by the knowledge of all the things that have been going on. Remember, the decision is to empower us and to lead us into sovereignty and leadership roles individually. It's not to make us dependent on them for our answers. They understand how this works. They don't want to be gods. They don't want to rule us. They don't want to babysit either. So all of these processes that we're going through is to take us to this place where we get it ourselves. We make the decision together as a society, as a civilization, to change the way we live. And we bring a lot of this technology forward with responsibility, and we begin the process of changing our own lifestyle using this technology, knowing its history and knowing where it comes from. That's the Cliff Notes version. Okay?
Hello, Mr. Collier. Gold and silver prices seem more manipulated than ever. How is it controlled? Who controls it? When will it be set free? Thank you, from Jonathan in San Diego.
Hey, Jonathan. Well, as far as the money markets, yeah, you're absolutely right. And it is manipulated. And from what I understand, that it was a group of some of the group of banks of in London, and of course here in the United States or most of the Western world, when it comes to silver, that's J.P. Morgan Chase. Now, if you look at the actual physical market prices, and then you go and you look at the prices to actually buy the metals, to buy the Silver Eagles, to buy Morgans, to buy the Cougarans, to buy some of the more older coins that are silver, what you're looking at are prices of anywhere from $40 to $82, $85 per coin. That is actually the genuine price of what silver is right now, is that. So you can look at the markets, the public, the commercial markets, and they are manipulated. They're trying to keep the price very low. They're trying not to spook the herd. They don't want everybody freaking out. They don't want people to pull money out of the markets because they would collapse overnight. There are a lot of people saying, pull your money out of the banks because they're going to steal it. Well, if you do that, then the banks do collapse. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. But, there's a part of me that just can't understand why we, the people, would be punished by the white hats for keeping our money in a system we had no other choice to do. I just can't imagine that they're going to let these bankers steal our money. It just doesn't make any sense to me that they would punish us for this. We didn't set this up. Many of us, all of us, were born into this system. So how could it be our fault? And that's just how I see it. Otherwise, why mirror everything to the quantum financial system? If you were going to totally start over, you wouldn't mirror everything. And they're constantly mirroring it. I understand that the mirroring occurs every 30 seconds. So why would they bother to do that? I mean, they already know who the crooks are. They already know who the dirtbags are. They already know. They've been watching these guys for years and years, decades. So they already know. But when you go to eBay or you go to a coin shop and you ask to buy Silver Eagles or Morgans, you're looking at $60, $80 to $100 per coin. That's the real price of silver, in my opinion. Not what the banks tell you, not what the media tells you. I mean, we already know they're full of shit. We already know everything's being manipulated. We already know that they're keeping the price low because the silver depositories, the gold depositories, are empty. There's nothing there. All right? And if they're going to raise the price and let it go through the roof, those paper gold bonds that they have, they're going to want to cash in. Well, the gold isn't there anymore. It's already been stolen by the crooks. So they're doing all this manipulation to keep the market stable until they can't hide it anymore. And that'll be the that will pull the plug.
Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you found it insightful, please like the video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you don't miss out on future updates. If you have any questions relating to today's video, please also leave them below. We read all the comments and take on board what our viewers have to say about Alex Collier's work. Remember, your support helps Alex Collier's knowledge and the messages from the Andromedans reach more people. If you'd like to support the channel even more, you can give us a super thanks tip by clicking the heart icon with a $sign. It really helps our team bring you more content. Also, be sure to visit alexcollier.org to sign up for our regular email newsletter. It's the best way to stay updated with the latest news, exclusive content, and upcoming live webinars. For the latest insights from Alex Collier, check out alexcollier.live. And if you want to explore over 250 past webinars, head over to alexcollier.tv. Thank you for being a part of this journey and supporting Alex Collier's work. We couldn't do this without you, and we're genuinely grateful for your support. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the vast mysteries of our universe. If you would like to see the Andromedan contactee Alex Collier live via video stream, we hold a live online seminar every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. For more information on upcoming live webinars, please visit alexcollier.org.